Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
我们的节目提供多种语言，请看 suprememastertv.com/schedule。
Ethiopian Art, Part 1 of 3. Continue watching to find out more.
Merciful viewers, I'm Jerry Tu. The noble people of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia greet you with a friendly mahisis, which means hello in Afar, one of the languages spoken in the country. May you all thrive in a world blessed with a safe climate and protected environment. Welcome to our program, Ethiopian Art, Part 1 of 3. The Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia is a landlocked country located in East Central Africa. With over 116 million inhabitants, Ethiopia is the second most populous nation on the African continent. Its first recorded civilization dates back to around the 10th century BC, when the Kingdom of Damoth was established in the Tigray region of northern Ethiopia and Eritrea. Ethiopia, whose long history involves a mix of cultures and colorful traditional arts, is the world's second oldest Christian country. According to the 2007 national census, nearly half of the population is Ethiopian Orthodox, while the other half consists of Muslims and a small group that believes in an ancient form of Judaism. Ethiopian society currently includes more than 80 ethnic groups, with the Oromo and Amhara being two of the largest. The country's many religious cultures have nurtured diverse art forms, such as traditional architecture, household crafts, painting, music, dance, and making musical instruments. Due to the influence of historical and political forces during the last century, Ethiopia experienced decades of instability, and many traditional arts were hidden from the world. With little impact from outside, Ethiopian traditional arts were able to create unique stories and techniques that are closely related to ancient times. Recently, Ethiopia has experienced an economic boom, and a call for development of the arts and culture has arisen. Thus, in 2018, Prime Minister His Excellency Dr. Abiy Ahmed, a Shining World Leadership Award for Peace Laureate, initiated plans to bolster cultural activities in the country. Today, we'll first explore the traditional Ethiopian architectural arts. Over thousands of years, Ethiopian architecture has integrated various styles and techniques. The earliest famous example of Christian church architecture is the multi-story tower at Ethiopia's ancient Sheba Kingdom site, built before the 8th century BC under the influence of Mediterranean architectural styles. According to legend, King Solomon of Israel gave the Ark of the Covenant as a gift to his son Menelik, whose mother was the Queen of Sheba. The Ark of the Covenant is said to still be kept in St. Mary of Zion, a Christian church in the town of Aksum in the Tigray region. Since then, the architectural style and construction techniques of stone masonry have been used to build housing in the region. The local people of Tigray live in flat-roofed rectangular or round stone houses whose wooden roofs are covered with mortar and wide overhanging eaves that protect the walls from rainwater. The beautifully built stone steps outside the houses lead to a multifunctional rooftop, A typical family household generally has 3 freestanding buildings: a storage shed for keeping crops, a living room, and a kitchen. This type of stone housing reflects the earliest Ethiopian stone carving techniques, and the construction methods and styles used have been maintained for thousands of years without much change. In the 4th century BC, ancient Ethiopian architecture flourished during the Aksumite Kingdom. As one of the earliest cultures to adopt Christianity, Ethiopia possesses church architecture characterized by medieval European church styles. Throughout the medieval period, especially from the 10th to 12th centuries, Ethiopia's churches were carved out of solid rock. In 1978, the country's 13th century Lalibela rock-hewn churches were recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Situated in a mountainous region in the heart of Ethiopia, Lalibela is a holy place of pilgrimage for Ethiopian Orthodox Christians. It is also known as New Jerusalem and consists of 11 medieval monolithic cave churches carved out of rock. Furthermore, the nearby village consists of traditional-style circular houses known as Ethiopian toko. The magnificent rock-cut churches formed out of the local mountains are among the oldest buildings in the world still in use. These architectural wonders reflect the high rock carving skills, wisdom, and pious spirit of the ancient Ethiopian people. Blessed viewers, we'll now pause for a moment to hear an important message. We'll return shortly. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to our program on Ethiopian art. AJAR is a fortified city built in the 13th century, famous for its medieval walls and 5 original gates leading to the city's 5 districts. For thousands of years, AJAR remained a vital center of commerce, geographically linking African and Arabian trade routes. During the end of the Middle Ages, the city emerged as a center of Islamic culture and religion and is now known as Africa's Mecca. Listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2006, the city of AJAR features 82 mosques and 102 shrines, embraced by a maze of narrow alleyways and forbidding facades. Ethiopia is one of the oldest civilizations to design city architecture with elements that reflect a love for animals. The fortified walls of AJAR city incorporates small holes designed to allow hyenas to enter the city at night. AJAR is a rare example of a relatively well-preserved historical town that has kept its ancient traditions, urban fabric, and rich Harari Muslim cultural heritage up to the present day. In the 16th century, the influence of the European Baroque style of architecture came to Ethiopia, introducing castles and fortresses built for defensive purposes. Emperors constructed royal castles that integrated castle architecture with their local traditional style of enclosure buildings. Built by Emperor Fasilides in the 17th century as a home for Ethiopian emperors, Fasilides Castle was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979. The castle's unique design, combining various building techniques and cultural elements, represents the Gondarin dynasty's architectural style, incorporating the approaches of Arab, Gujarati, and local masons, including the Ethiopian Jews. The Gondarin dynasty style prevailed throughout the 17th and 18th centuries and influenced 19th century and later styles. Another amazing architectural style in Ethiopia features woven houses built by the Dorzi tribe. Traditional round thatched houses, such as those of the Dorzi, are built by weaving the leaves of Ethiopian ancet trees or false banana trees over a frame of bent branches. As recent scientific research shows, a house with a round exterior shape has a minimal surface area to lose or gain heat. Winds naturally flow smoothly around the house with little air leakage. By using readily available materials from nature, Ethiopians of earlier times are believed to have built some of the world's most climate-adapting, sustainable, and biodegradable buildings. Now, we would like to showcase the arts and crafts of households in Ethiopian homes. As in many other countries, ancient Ethiopia developed weaving, pottery making, and basketry crafts. Crafts such as wood and stone carving, weaving, costuming, embroidery, jewelry making, basket making, and ceramics are still popular in present-day homes. About 79.2% of Ethiopian people living in rural areas own daily household items that are largely handmade from clay, grass, wood, and other natural materials. In developed countries, such handmade items would hang on walls as decorations or be exhibited as examples of original crafts. Despite the cheap price of purchased handicrafts and the availability of substitutes, Ethiopians have maintained their traditional craft practices, with many working as craftspersons for a profession or hobby. Ethiopian handicrafts are also considered to be among the world's most eco-friendly, as most are made of natural materials that have a low impact on the environment. Traditional Ethiopian weaving skills produce extremely strong materials, including weaving textiles with fibers, weaving leaves to reinforce roofs, and baskets made from combining different natural materials. Members of the Dorzi tribe are renowned throughout Ethiopia for their weaving traditions and skills. In earlier times, the Dorzi were much feared warriors, but nowadays, the men of the tribe are mostly engaged in farming or weaving, using materials such as cotton, bamboo, plant leaves, or other natural materials. In addition, traditional hand-woven fabrics are still a part of everyday life for Ethiopians. Although they are out of the range of mainstream fashion markets and trends, the beautiful original hand-woven cotton textiles and garments of the Dorzi people are highly sought after by visitors and tourists, and the traditional Dorzi toga robes, known as shamas, remain popular throughout Ethiopia. Angelic viewers, we hope you have enjoyed today's program, Ethiopian Art, Part 1 of 3. Please return next Thursday for Part 2 of this series. Up next is Golden Age Politics, Australia's Miss Cathy Devine, Vegan, Part 2 of 2, right after Noteworthy News. May your days be filled with bountiful blessings and beauty from the celestial realms.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/AJAR.